Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's class.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Okay.
Okay, on Monday, I gave an assignment about server response codes. Now, is there anyone who would like to present that? Just briefly present the server codes. Is there anyone who did that assignment? So, if no one did, we move on. Okay, so yesterday we looked at, yes, Janat.
I did look into server response codes.
Okay, thank you. Would you like to present that briefly? The different server codes?
I remember they're grouped into 5 sections. Hello?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm just looking for where I took notes on my computer. Give me a second.
For the rest of the class, did anyone look at them? It's important to know these server codes because if you are going to design a server, you should know what code to expect and how to handle it, especially when you get to the point of error handling, because things happen. So if you don't know these codes, it may become hard for you to understand and handle the different errors that may come up in the processes of your server.
Yeah, for me, I look at it and I'm having some views.
Okay, can I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
So HTTP status codes are a way for a server to communicate with the browser in a structured way so that both parties know what's going on. Some common codes are the 404 error, which means not found, which means the page you're looking for does not exist. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
And then there's the 102 error status code, and it's a response code used to inform the client that the server has accepted the complete request, but has not yet completed it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Anybody else with anything to add? Yes, Eugene.
Yes, good morning. Something I learned while checking for the server codes was that they are also grouped into what kind of response codes they are. So the ones beginning with 1 are informational, and that's continue and switching protocols. Then the ones that begin with 2 mean that everything is going on great. The ones beginning with 2 mean that the server received the requests, but maybe still they're like 4. Then the ones beginning with 3 mean redirection, meaning the request went to the server but bounced back. I think it wasn't able to capture it very well. Then the ones beginning with 4, the ones we are common with, are the client errors. So those are errors that arise from the client side. Probably data might be off, or someone might have made a mistake in the link. So it can bring you a 404. There's also 403, which is forbidden. 400 is bad request. Then the ones beginning with 5 are server-side errors, meaning they are errors from the server's end. And these ones have things like 500, that's the internal server error. 502, which I've seen somewhere before, is a bad gateway. 504 is gateway timeout. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you, Eugene. Yes, Edwin.
I looked at them. I saw for note that they're in categories. The ones that 100 are information code. Information code, they're not normally used. Like they don't normally. I got to know that they don't normally appear. Then there was 200. 200 are categorized as success codes. 200 has okay. Okay means like when you have sent the request, it has allowed. There is 201, which is created. It means created, like you sent the request and the request was created and it has sent you feedback. And there's 204, means the request has gone, but there is no feedback, like there is no content. The request has accepted, everything has gone, but that side, I think when it went to the data, it did not find any content. There is 300. 300 is redirection, meaning that the page might have been changed. Let's imagine you knew where it was, but then it was changed to another server. So it redirects it. It gives you that error of 300, showing you that there are multiple choices. Let's say like 300 just shows the multiple choices. There's 303 showing you that see other pages according to how it has been directed and where it has gone. There is 400. 400 are client errors. These are errors on our side as the client. There is 400 just as 400, which is a bad request. A bad request means you sent the wrong request. So the problem is with you, the client, it's not with the server. There is 401 where you are unauthorized. You sent a request, but you are not authorized, like your password might be wrong. You might not have access to that area. It gives you a 400. The request is not bad, but you just not authorized. There is 403, you're forbidden. Forbidden is different for being unauthorized. Forbidden is you signed, everything is right, but you reach that side, you find that you are now forbidden from that site as a person. There are very many 400s. I can't finish them now. There is 500, which are server errors. This is a problem with the servers. So for 500, there is 500 as an internal server error, meaning that the server itself is having the issue. You're not the one with the issue. The issues are with the servers. Maybe the servers are not updated. This call for calling back the technical team, most especially the person who coded it, who developed the website, to solve such issues. You cannot solve them as the client or someone else. It's the people who made maybe the website or who brought up the server that can correct such issues. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Edwin. Thank you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to encourage you to share that on the Google Classroom. For those who looked at it, that's a very good work. And I would continue to recommend that when you get an assignment, look at it, okay? Because as we have had, most of these are errors, and you may want to just handle these errors in your server. For instance, if you're a client and you just got something like 400, if you got something like error 400, a lot of people don't know what these different errors mean. So you end up with a client who has a bad experience on your website, and probably they just give up on your website. So you want to handle these errors and give people options. You have seen pages whereby they have something like something went wrong, and then they're like, do you want to go back to home page? Okay, so something has gone wrong, but they are giving you an option of how to get back to a site quickly and easily. So this is why you need to know these errors, and because as we go on, you'll see that you have to deal with some of these errors. Is that okay? Guys, are we together?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to look. Let me get the link to. Let me get the link to what we were doing yesterday, so that we can continue with that and finish it up.
Can I ask a question?
Yes,
quickly?
please.
Is it possible to make your own custom code responses?
Yes, you can. It's yeah, you can. It's a bit more complex, but you can. Ellen, are we
Okay.
together?
Yeah, yes, I choose the miss.
Yes, Richard.
Yes. Yesterday I had a problem with my PC, and he told me that maybe we send a link on how I can set it, I can configure. So I don't know whether you will be able to go with the unit test session, because I didn't receive that setting that you promised me yesterday in Google Classroom.
Oh yeah. So what I found out is the best recommendation was to reinstall Node, uninstall the one you have, and then reinstall it. Normally they'll give you a checkbox where they ask you if you want to add the path to the environment variables. You make sure you check that box, and then you give you installation. So you try to read it carefully while you're installing.
Okay.
Yeah. Mary, just give me a minute. Let me get that link and share it with you.
That we were using yesterday.
Yeah.
I put it in my bookmarks. I think I have it on my screen.
Yeah, I think Mary wants a link to the Google Classroom. So the one we're using yesterday, it's there.
Okay.
For those who need it, it's in the chat. Okay, so we are going to Kalonji, share your screen so that we can continue.
Are you seeing my screen?
Yes, please.
Okay. Yeah. So
Okay.
we stopped here.
Yeah.
Scroll down.
Yes. Yeah, that's where we stopped. And I remember someone asking about slash. So slash is a route, okay? The route to go to. So when you find that we have a slash without anything added to it, that is the home page, okay? So for instance, when you go to localhost 3000, you will find that there's a slash at the end, though sometimes it doesn't show. So it's localhost 3000 slash. So that basically means when you are at that point or accessing that route, you'll get the home page, okay? And let me call upon, who is there? Amina, would you like to read for us? No, doesn't look like her audio connected. Mark Mokisa. So
Yes,
I think you're going to scroll down. You're going to scroll down a bit to the about, yeah. You go to the about page, let's start from there. Mark, would you like to read for us?
yeah. About page. Using this same pattern, we can add additional pages to our web app. For example, how about an about page at the route? We can do that very easily within our same index.js file.
Okay. Scroll down.
Should I continue?
Yeah.
Again, quit the server from the command with Ctrl+C and then type npm start to start it up again. Navigate to http localhost 3000 to see our existing home page, and then http localhost 2000 about to see the newly created about page.
Let's stop there. Go up. So just copy that code for the about page, the route. Up.get, then /about.
Let me open this code here.
Okay. So someone yesterday was asking me about the slash. So the slash is just the name of a route. In this case, The name of our route now is /about, okay? I don't remember who asked the question, but does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. It was me, Edwin.
Okay, good. First go back to your code and I see the route. I don't think it's a capital A. So you're on line 6, your about is a lowercase a. So you need to adjust that, otherwise it won't work. Okay. So when you go to that route, now we are receiving that message. So you could create as many pages as you want, okay? But for every page that you create, you notice that you'll have to put a route for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there any question on this? Anybody with a question?
I have a question.
Yes, please.
So can I make, like, for example, I already have my HTML page. Now I put about, and then in the argument of the function, instead of writing this one about page dot nice, I just leave it empty, and then I want it to bring the about page in the HTML. Is it possible?
That is where we are going.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Tony. Tony, your hand is up. I don't know if you're talking, but you're muted.
Thank you, sir. I wanted to know what is what is that? I'm saying, what is route?
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Can you come again? You're breaking.
Can you hear me? What is a route?
A route. Okay, thank you. A route is simply.
What is a route? When you talk of routes, what do you mean?
Okay, thank you. A route is the name that is given to a path that leads to that resource. In this case, for you, a URL is a route. If I say www.refactory.ug, okay, that is a URL, and it is what we refer to as a route. It's just the name of the path to a resource. Is that clear? Sometimes a route can just be a domain name. So a route is a name of the path to a particular resource. www.refactory.ug is?
Yeah, that is clear. Thanks.
Okay. Okay, so now that we have seen how we can do this, and at this point, you have all noticed that whenever you make a change to your server, you have to stop it and then you restart it manually. So when you're doing development, especially if you're doing a lot of development for a big website, this can quickly become annoying, okay? This can quickly become annoying to stop your server and then run it again to see your changes. So in this case, what we are going to do, we are going to set up something to help us manage our server, especially in development. And this is called NodeMon, okay? NodeMon can help us to watch our files, and then it looks out for changes, and if there are any changes, okay, then it will restart our server for us automatically without us having to do it manually. So what you're going to do, you're going to stop your server, and then you're going to do npm install nodemon. I've shared the name in the chat if you need it. Space n node, right? Node MON. Yes, nodemon. Enter. Okay. So has everyone installed nodemon? Guys, are we together? I'll need some sort of response from you guys.
Mine didn't install.
Come again?
Mine didn't install.
Didn't install. What's the issue?
Oh, okay, I saw it.
So
Make sure the
I have
name
a small
is
question.
spelled correctly.
May I ask?
Yes, please.
So all this what we are doing, yeah, is under one file. If I create another file, it won't be there. So I have to create it for every file that I do, for order of a project I do. Is it?
Nodemon.
Yeah, and this Express, what, everything.
Yes, you have to, for every project that you create, you'll have to make these installations. Okay. Some of these installations can be done globally so that they affect all projects, but it is not advised. I wouldn't advise you to do that because as you go on, you'll notice right now you have version 18 of Node, and you have, I think it's version 4 point something of Express. In a month's time, a new version will be out, okay? And usually I would advise you to use the latest version at the time you're creating your project. So if you have been developing for a while, because I have projects that have Node, I think, or 14. So there are different projects. So when you say npm init, it creates a container. It creates a container for your project, and all these installations are in that container. So when I start another project, it's also containerized, so to say, and then it's also separate. So the installations that I made in the old project do not affect what I'm doing in the new project. So that is why we do this independently and separately for every project. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So now that you have finished installing nodemon, you're going to go to your package, the JSON, and to the scripts. You're going to go to the scripts. You see where you have your start on line 8. So you're going to change, you're going to say start, and then node, you're going to change it to nodemon app.js. Okay. So basically what we are doing here is we are telling nodemon to watch, okay, our update for changes in our app.js. So when you go back to your app.js, just stick to your terminal. I want you to see this. Go to your app.js, then down, go to terminal. Okay. So you're going to make an npm start your server. Now you see it looks different, okay? So it gives you those options. So it's watching all of that. It's watching everything. And it's telling you it's watching files that have an extension of JS. So when you have any file that has an extension of JS, MJS or JSON, and you make changes there, it will restart your server. So let's go back up. or in your code, scroll up. I want you to copy that code that you just pasted from line 6 to 8. Okay. So we are going to create another route. Copy that and paste it on line 10. So change the about to contact. Okay. Then also change the about line 11, change it to contact. So this is just to show you. And if you look at your terminal, you see what NodeMon is doing for you, that it's restarting your server for you automatically. Okay. So if without even stopping and restarting your server on your own, if you went to your browser, you'll find that you can access that contact page. Okay. You find that it works. So during development, you are always going to need change the URL there where you have about, change it to contact. So now go back. Just change the last bit after the slash. Just change to contact, yes. Because that is the name that you gave to your route. So this is going to become very, very useful for you in your development, so that you don't have to keep stopping and restarting your server. NodeMon will help you to do this directly. Okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Steve.
Yes, please.
Well, I've lagged behind a bit from the JSON package.json. What did we say we start in start mode? What are we supposed to put there?
Okay, open your package.json. Kalonji, go to package.json. Kalonji, can you please go to package.json so that everyone can see what you have done? Okay, so what we did, when you go to your package.json, there's where we have start. Okay.
Yes.
Scripts, you have start, and then you have node app.js. Okay.
Yes.
So what we modified is we modified node to NodeMon. So it is start NodeMon app.js.
We just add a NodeMon.
Yeah, you change node to NodeMon.
Okay.
Yes, Florence.
Yes.
Stephen, good morning. So after the app installed, after the NodeMon, they are telling me the app is crashed, waiting for files changes before restarting.
So you stopped your server and then you installed, right?
Yeah.
And then you...
After it ran the files and after it said NodeMon app crashed.
Yeah, normally that happens when you have an error. Kalonji, can you let Aya share so that we look at it quickly?
Okay.
So normally, if you have an error in your code, NodeMon will not restart your server. Okay. Let me see. Start. Okay. Go back to your app.js and we look at it. Scroll up in your terminal so that we'll see the error. Go to the beginning of the error. Node.js start. Scroll up. Okay, expand your terminal. Just drag your terminal up so that I can see the error clear. And this is going to be normal because you will get errors and then you'll have to fix them. Okay. No. Scroll down.
I see that a listening address is already in use. That's what I've seen.
Okay. Do you have more than one server running? Okay, this is simple to fix. Let's go to your code. Yes. That looks normal. Okay, stop your server and run it again. Stop your server. Yes, I just want to make sure. Control+C. Do Control+C again. Okay. Y, then enter. Type CLS to clear your terminal. Okay, and npm start. Okay, expand your terminal. I want to see the error. Scroll up. Scroll up at the top of the error. Is that the top of the error? Keep scrolling up.
All right.
There. Go up. I want to see the top of that error. Okay, that's okay. Okay, it's simple. Let's do this. Go to your code. Change the on 915, change that to 3001, and then listening on port 3001. Okay. Scroll down. I want to see if it has restarted. Because it looks okay. I think I see you. You have more than one. You probably have more than one terminal running. Scroll to the bottom. Okay. So what happened? What the issue is you're running two terminals. So the first one you're running is already running on port 3000. And when you open the second terminal, it couldn't also run on the same port. That's why you're having that error.
Okay.
So you kill one. Right click and then go to kill terminal. Yeah, so that was the issue. Always have one, if you run the application, use one terminal. Okay, Kalonji, can we share?
I was still talking,
Thank
then
you.
she jumped in. You are still directing me.
Yeah, yes. Oh, the package.json.
Yes.
Okay. Kalonji, can you share and then we'll look at it quickly?
Okay.
Go to the pod and then let's go to package.json. So you see what he has on line 8?
Yes.
Yes. So we have start with a value of nodemon app.js.
Yes.
So that is the change we made. We had node app.js. Now we have nodemon app.js.
Yes. I'm there.
Yeah. So once you have done that, you start your app, npm start, then nodemon will be watching your files. Yes, Light.
Good morning, Steve.
Morning.
Yes, I'm there.
Has it worked?
Yes, node module starts at end time, enter RS, railway chain. Node module starting Node.js, listening at port 3000.
Yeah, you're good to go. That is it. That's where we.
So what am I supposed to change on app.js?
We just added another route. We just copied the route of about, and then where we have about, we replaced it with contact, created another route just to show you nodemon. Go to app.js, just to show you how nodemon restarts your server automatically. So we only added what you're seeing from line 10 to 12.
Line 10 to 12. We copied it from their link, eh?
No, we copied the one up, the one above, and then we
Yes.
changed about to contact.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, only that. Then I control C, then I run my...
No, you don't run your server again. nodemon will restart it for you. That is the purpose of nodemon, to restart for your server without you having to do it manually every time you make a change. So we shall not be stopping our servers anymore. Yes, Light.
Good morning, Steve.
Good morning.
How do I install is it nodemon? Because I saw that you guys installed something fast.
Yeah, so we ran a command, npm install nodemon. Okay.
The terminal?
Yes, you stop your server, then you run the command npm install nodemon. Okay, the command is in the chat. Then after you have installed it, you modify your package.json, the start script, and then nodemon is ready to work in your project.
So I had done that stuff, but now installing nodemon was my challenge.
Okay. So the command is there. Okay, so we are going to continue. So, and as you have seen, we have been doing most of these things, we're just sending back a message in our application. And when you get to design an actual application, you'll find that you won't be just sending a message. You want to have your HTML pages, they could be your React pages or whatever. And you may want to, those will be the pages that you want to share, okay? So what we are going to do now is, one, you are going to create an HTML file. Let's call it index.html. Okay. So with this index.html, we are, do you know how to create the boilerplate? just do exclamation tab. Okay. So in there, just put an H1 in the body. Let's just create an H1. In there, let's put, this is our home page. Patrick, what do you mean by it? Oh, yeah, it's called a boilerplate. It's basically like a starting template. Okay. So we have created our page, and at this point, that's all we are going to put in our page. We are going to serve our page. We are going to serve our page using Node.js. So what we are going to do is you're going to go to app.js. I'm going to go to app.js. So we are going to comment out everything from line 3 to 12. We're not going to delete it. We're going to just comment it out. Yeah. So for anyone out there, commenting something out is simply Ctrl//. Okay. Ctrl//. So here,
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
If you want to comment out a lot of text, which you select it, and then you press Ctrl and a / to comment out the code. If you want to uncomment it, you do the same. So if you want to comment or uncomment code, Ctrl//.
From app.get.
Pardon?
In app.js.
Yes, we have gone to app.js, and now we are commented out the routes that we had created. We are going to create new routes whereby we are serving pages.
Wait a bit.
Okay. Okay, so
it's Ctrl//.
Yeah, to comment.
Okay.
Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to write something that is similar to what we have had before. So we are going to use a function called sendFile. Okay. So I want you to just put the comment which says line 14, no, undo. Okay, I don't want you to remove that. I want you to leave it there. So you're going to say app.get, and then you put the route, then you put the request. Uncomment that. Okay, let's do this. First remove that. First remove what you have on line 14. Copy what you have on line 10 to 12.
Line 10.
Copy that. Paste it on line 14. Uncomment it. Okay. So you see line 15, where we have res.send. What you are going to do is you're going to change that send to send file. It's one word, uppercase F. Okay. So send file. So you're going to remove whatever is inside You're going to remove whatever is inside the quotes, the parentheses rather. So just give me a minute.
Let me first disable this copilot here. It's bringing trouble. Or is it even?
I deleted my code by mistake.
Use Control Z. It will undo what you have done. It will bring it back.
Yeah, I've been trying to do that, but it's not working.
You can't. It's not working.
No.
Okay, it's have you deleted everything or just the part you had
Just
committed?
what we had to comment.
Just the route. Okay,
Yes.
Camille, what you're going to rather sorry, Kalonji, you are
Yes.
going to select everything that is commented out.
Okay.
Okay, just select whatever is commented out, and then paste it in the chat.
Okay. There, but on the first line you put another slash. I forgot to copy it. Don't forget.
Okay, let's go back to that. So inside the parentheses, open quotes and then put the
Single
index.html.
quotes or double quotations?
Any is okay. Since you're using single quotes, you just continue with single quotes. Index.html.
I put index.html.
Yes.
Like that.
Yeah. Yeah, so in there, so let us change that route to home. Or let's just leave it as a slash. Just leave it as a slash. Okay. So I hope your terminal is running.
I had terminated it, I think. Let me do this.
Password, I see you have two terminals. Before you start, click on the upper one.
This one?
Yes. So when you press the X, it just closes the window. It doesn't stop the terminal. Okay. The terminal only stops when you kill it or when you click on the bin thing. That is what kills the terminal. But the X just
On the
hides the
what?
window. There's a bin icon there.
This one?
Yeah, that kills the terminal. Yeah, so it's running. So when you click on the X, it just closes the window. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you go back to localhost 3000, you see that you're serving your page.
Yeah.
If you go to the browser, refresh, just put localhost without anything after. Okay.
So that's what I've got.
Okay. Okay, you go back to send file, put a dot and then a slash before index.html.
Yeah, I've seen it. So, yeah.
Okay. So let's go back to the browser.
Still doing it. But it's not outside the file. Let me see here. It is.
They're in the same,
I
they're in
just
the
put
same
a
folder. Okay,
they're
just
in the
put a
same
slash.
folder.
Remove the dot.
No such file in the directory. Let me. Well, if this one is outside, has to just.
They're in the same folder.
Yeah, I don't have even to put even a slash. It has to read it.
Put back the slash because, okay, it's a bit strange because on my end it's working.
Oh, yes.
Maybe you try putting the slash in the browser. It's is it put 300 slash?
What 300 slash?
Sometimes the browser may not show the slash, but okay, you put it there, but it doesn't matter if it's there or not. Go back to your code and just put a slash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is reading it.
Mm.
How did I fix this? Because I remember I had the same problem, but what I did, remember, was it 2 dots? Was it a dot? And had to be like, let me do this. So user desktop index, yeah.
Tab.
Yes.
Just give me a minute. Look at it. That should work because on my end that is working. I don't know why you're getting an error.
Let me do this. I think this one will give me the right answer. Let me just let you give me the right answer.
Okay. Okay. In the line 14, before the just remove the slash before index.html. No, put the slash back there. Before the index.html, remove the slash. And then line 14, you after the comma, after slash, comma, before the rec raise, put the word function there. No, that's right. Now remove the word function. That should work.
Let me see.
Uses the directory name, the variable and get now.
Yes, Kenneth, you're low.
Okay, I was saying what you need to, we can add that directory, add that.
Yeah, that is when you're using router. The done, you think the done name?
Yeah.
That's when you're using router. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Let me look into it.
meeting is being recorded.
Okay, so let's do this.
Sorry, that was my reference thing.
Okay, so right now we are going to use React, or rather Express router, okay? We are going to use the Express router to serve our pages. So Express has another function inbuilt into it, which is routing, okay? So what we are going to go, you're going to go to line 2, you're going to enter, and then in Node, we have a functionality that is called path that we are going to first import. So you're going to enter at the end of line 2 to create a space.
Okay.
So to go to line 3. So you say const path, okay, require path, it's there. Okay, so that one is inbuilt in Node, okay? So it helps us in routing between pages. And as we build more pages, you'll see how it can become useful. Then the other okay. Just a minute. Okay. So after that, Tim, do you have something you want to say? Tim, Ivan, do you have something you want to say? Okay, so then the other thing that we are going to import, you're going to write another const on line 4, just press enter, we are going to get now router. Express has a function written, built into it, which is router. So we are going to import that router into our page. So you say const router, router, okay, it's that one. So we have imported path from Node, and now we have also imported router from Express. Okay. So
And what did you say the path was for?
It is to, it basically directs, it helps with routing. It helps in building routes in Node. Okay. So how should I explain this clearly? Okay, so you see, when you remember how we say that route is simply a path name to where a resource is located.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are importing that functionality, which could be so we are importing that functionality from Node so that we can use it to route to our pages, to access our pages. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we are going to do is we are going to create a path. Okay, we are going to create our first route. So you're going to go to line 20. Guys, are we together up to this point? Is there anyone having issues?
I'm on const router equals to express dot.
Dot router. Scroll up so that they can see that requirement.
Dot router.
Yes, with an uppercase R and parentheses at the end.
We're not seeing it, the screen of Karunji's router. Then the next it's what?
You're not seeing my screen?
I'm not seeing it well. It's too small.
Okay, Karunji, what you're going to do, press Control and then plus at the same time. Okay. Okay, control minus one time. Then scroll and push this file thingy, make it smaller. Just drag it. No, between the, okay, that's also an option. So is it clear now?
Yes.
Guys, are we all together to this point? Okay. So if we are there, you go to line 20.
Hello, Steven.
Yes, please.
I'm a little bit lagging behind. As a result of stuff installing on my PC, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. Or still installing the npm install node.
Node mod.
Yeah, I came in a little bit late, but I don't know.
So
I've been following along.
yeah, so we have covered quite a bit. What I'm going to encourage you to do is I'm going to upload the recording. Okay.
All right, but then, okay, there's a lot of stuff I'm seeing installing. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing.
You have done npm install nodemon.
Yeah.
It should be a simple installation. You wait for the installation to finish and then we see how it goes. But I'll upload the recording.
All right.
Okay, so go to line 20. Okay, while we are there, just uncomment that code that we wrote above there. 16 to 18. Put back the index.html and then we check it out one more time. Open quotes, index.html. Okay.
Still bringing error page.
It's okay. Let's just leave it. I'll fix it later. I don't know why it's misbehaving because I have exactly the same code and it is working. Just comment it out. Okay, on line 20.
Mine is working.
Yours is working.
Yeah, mine is working.
Let me see. Can I stop sharing?
Mine is okay, actually.
Okay. Yeah, you stop sharing. Who would like to share and look at their code?
I'd like to share.
Go ahead.
Yo, you added the directory name.
Oh, okay. Okay, that could be one way. Okay, cool. Just copy that line 18 to 20 and just paste it in your paste it in the chat for anyone where it's not working. For me, I don't have the done name, but it's working. Okay, Kalonji,
Mine is also working without it.
Yours worked without it.
Yeah.
Share your screen and we see. Alan, are you in position to share? Let's look at you. But first comment out line 6 to 16.
It's using double quotes.
it shouldn't be affecting. The quotes you use don't really affect. Okay. Go to your browser.
Now it
I've
fails.
done it. And it's,
Now it
I'm going to
fails.
show how I did.
I think it was
Yeah, now it's
picking
not
up the
working.
first route up on line 6. Okay, so Sarah has shared something in the chat. You could copy that and replace it with what you have on 18 to 20.
I have done something and then it has worked. Let me share and you see.
Okay, go ahead.
So this is what I've done. So Copilot has shown me that path.join directory name plus the index.html. Yeah.
Yeah, so that is the other way we're going to actually look at, okay? With that, so that is one way to, so when you use path, remember the path that we imported at the top. So that is where we are using that path. Yes, the one on line 3. So that is one way of also rendering our files, okay? Camille, what is confusing you?
Okay, I see guys sharing different code, so I don't know to follow.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. There are different ways of rendering our HTML pages using Node, okay? So currently what we are doing, Alunji, if you could scroll to the top, we have imported path into our system. You see line 3?
Yeah.
Line 3, we have imported path, and path is being imported from Node, okay? Everything that is imported from Express starts with Express dot something, but path is coming from Node. So we are bringing in that functionality, and then when you scroll down to line, when you go down to line 16, okay, we have app.get, then we have our route, okay, as the first parameter, the argument, and then we have the recres callback as our second parameter, and then we are saying res.send file, then path.join, double underscore done name basically means the domain of our application, which is localhost 3000. Okay, it resolves to the root domain. So what double underscore done name, which we are seeing on line 17, resolves to our domain name. So that is like what basically we are saying is, you guys know concatenation, putting two strings together. Okay. So what we are doing is path.join, then done name, which is the root domain, localhost 3000 in our case, okay, plus or concatenating it with index.html, which in the end basically is localhost 3000 / index.html.
Okay.
Does it make sense?
Okay. Yeah, it does. By the way, is there anything in the HTML, the index?
Yes, we created a page called index.html.
Okay.
You see that? And then we just put there that H1, this is our home page.
Okay.
So it is that
Sounds
page
like
we are serving in, is that page we are serving in our browser. So if you go to localhost 3000 / okay, it had nothing, right? The root had nothing. So that's what it does.
Okay. Yeah.
Remember our route was a slash. Okay. So that is what we are, that is how we are serving our HTML page. So let's go back to our app and create one more page.
All right, thanks.
Let's create an about us page in the about us.html. About.html, okay? About our company. Just put an H1 about our or organization, whatever you prefer. Yes, Eric.
There is a problem with my app.js. When I created the path, it's still giving me an error.
Okay.
It is saying that
Let's look at it quickly. Can you let him share? Hold on, I can't see your screen yet. Okay, now I can see it.
Okay. Here it is saying that this dir join is not defined.
It is not dir join, it is dir name. Okay, give it some time to restart. I don't know why you're putting that much space. Yeah, so you can go and check that out in your browser. Okay. Kalonji, go ahead and share your page, your screen. Guys, are we all there?
No.
What's not happening?
I'm still on app.js on direct DRIM name dot what?
Kalonji, could you just post post that route that you have in the chat? Okay, Charles, share your screen and we'll look at it.
Okay.
The one I've created recently.
Yeah. Okay, so what you have between dir and name, put a space, put a plus, then put another space.
Here.
Yeah.
I put a space.
Yeah. Then put a plus. So that is it. Hold on.
Is it? There's no forward slash.
Join. Put a forward slash before index.html.
So I try to go to my browser.
First remove the dot after HTML.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remove
Yeah.
the dot.
Yeah, remove that.
Is it like that?
There's another error.
Put a second closing brace after HTML. You see the last one you have on line 22?
Line 22.
Line 22, before the semicolon. Put another closing bracket.
Here.
Line 22.
Yes.
Before the semicolon, put another bracket. Put a second one.
Here.
No,
There.
before the semicolon.
Here.
Yeah.
Closing bracket.
Yeah.
This one.
No, curved bracket, parentheses. Put a closing parentheses. The one which is there. Just the closing one. Just the closing one. Remove the first one. Right where you are. Press Shift and 0. Yes. Just let me look at your terminal. No, just leave that. Let me look at your terminal in your VS Code. Scroll down to your terminal. Go up and I look at your import. You see it's pointing at your import of path. Go up. On top of the top of your code. No, the top of your code. Your app.js. Go to the top of your code. You see where you have reference error in your down there, go down where it's saying reference error.
Yes.
Okay. And then just above it is pointing at an error you have. You have const path, then it's assigned required. That is supposed to be require without a D. Okay. So it's pointing at where the error is. So go up in your code. No, not your terminal, your code.
Yes.
Drag your terminal down. So go to the top of your code.
Here.
Yeah. So remove that D and just make it require. It's not required. Okay.
Like this.
Yes. So go back to your terminal. That should be okay. Go back to your terminal and scroll to the bottom. See, now it's running properly. So go to your browser and check that out. Just refresh or reload. Do you have something in your index.html?
Let me check.
Open your index.html. Yeah, so you have an H1 in the body, which is empty. That's why you're not seeing anything. Just type there anything. Mary, that long dash is double underscore. Some IDEs separate them, others don't. It's a double underscore. So go back to the browser and refresh that.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome. Okay. Yes, Janat.
I also have an issue. My page is not displaying. These are home pages. It's displaying cannot get contact.
Let's look at it. Okay, just press Control B and make your code just slightly bigger. Control plus, Control and plus. Yeah. Okay, that is the HTML. Let me look at your app.js. You said, what is it saying? I don't get that. So in your URL, you are requesting to contact. Go back to your URL, the browser. So where you have localhost, just type localhost without the slash contact. You see where you have your URL. Go to where you see where you have localhost up there, top and center. In your URL. Yes. Remove that slash contact and just leave there the slash. Remove the contact. So we don't have that route yet. That's why it can't find it. So let's look at your app.js. Scroll up and I see how you imported path. Okay. Okay, remove that space before the quote where you have your on line 23 where you have the slash index.html. Line 23 before the index.html. Yeah. So because this is a string, that space is also taken as a character. You understand that? So in your route it adds that. So just go back to your browser and refresh. Yeah, so it's working, but it looks like you have nothing in your HTML file. Go to your HTML file, index.html. Let's see. Oh, this is okay. You have something there. Go back to your browser. So, do you have another browser? Janet, do you have another browser? Chrome?
No, I don't have another.
You don't have another one, eh? Because it should be, I don't know why it's not displaying that. It shows that it has read the page, but it's not displaying the content of the page. Go to index.html. Title, body, it's not displaying the content, but it shows that it has read the page. Okay, let's go back to your app.js. Everything is fine. Okay, I'm going to look into that, but it is reading that it's displaying the page, just not the content for some reason.
Okay.
I'll check that out. I would encourage you to install another browser. Sometimes it's a browser issue. If you can't install Firefox or Chrome, sometimes you need to have different browsers to compare.
Okay.
Yeah. Mary, on your DAN name, do you have 2 underscores or do you just have 1?
Hey, Steve. Yeah, I have 1.
Put a second
I
one. There are
have
2 underscores.
Come again?
There should be 2 underscores. Underscore, underscore, DAN name.
Okay.
Okay, guys, are we together up to this point? Mary, has it worked?
I'm running it. Let me run it and see. Hold on.
Do you want to share your screen?
Yeah, it has worked.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Kalonji, go ahead and share your screen.
Okay.
So we have seen how we can share, how we can, sorry, we have seen how we can display our pages or serve our pages using Node, okay? So this is one way. So what we are going to do is we are going to create another path with a slight modification, okay? So this time we are going to use Express router, okay? So go to line 20, and Express router is what we are going to be using for our application as we keep building going forward, okay? So what you're going to do is, it's actually not very different. Only that instead of using app, this time we are going to be using router, okay? So it gives us, it helps us easily implement other functionality, like when we are posting, okay? And when we are deleting and updating the content. So the other method that we are going to use is copy what you have on line 16. No, actually, just comment it out. Just comment it out. Let's go step by step. Okay. So go to line 21. Go to line 21. Scroll up a bit. Okay. So you're going to write router.get, R-O-U-T-E-R, router.get. Okay. Open parentheses.
Excuse me, Ken. Excuse me, Steve.
Yes, please.
I've cut my items here instead of uncommenting. How do
Yes.
how do I get back?
Just undo, Control Z. It's going to first remove what you have typed, but just undo. Control Z.
It's not bringing anything.
You'll get it. You pasted it in the chat. You'll get it.
Okay.
You remember when you pasted it? Okay. Okay. Open quotes and put there the slash. Open quotes slash that.
Again, open quotes.
No. No, don't open quotes again. What I want to do is, okay, let's use the arrow function. Open parentheses, space open parentheses. We are going to use the arrow function. Open round brackets. No, those are braces. Parentheses are round brackets. Yeah. Yeah, so in there, put res dot send file. No. Okay, no. Put rec res in there. No, in there put rec res inside the round bracket. Put rec req comma res, like we have been doing before.
Okay.
Comma res. Okay. Then inside the braces, that is the curly brackets.
These
Inside the
ones.
curly brackets, yes. So this time I figure press enter. Put res.send file. Open, yeah, put there that. Just tap that with the suggestion. Yeah. Path.join. Then inside we have double underscore done name plus that. Okay. So guys, are we together up to this point? Is there anyone we have left behind? Guys, anyone having any challenges? So run that and then we see in the browser.
Cannot get.
Go back and we see. Get that. Router.get. Check, is your server running?
Yeah, the server is listening. It's running here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's running. And let me save. See how we can do it. Get file. Okay.
Scroll up.
Then
I want to see the route. Scroll up and I see the import of router. Yes, scroll down to the path.
The router added must be in capital letter.
No, it's supposed to be like that. No, Brian, the spaces between the concatenations don't matter. They only matter if they're inside the quotes, because a string is absolute. So whatever is there, it sees it as a character, but out between the plus symbol, it doesn't matter. Why isn't that behaving? Refresh the browser. Okay. Right click and inspect. Right click in the browser and inspect. Go to console. It's the second one.
This one on networks. See?
You can check it out, but I don't think that's where the error is. Normally errors would appear in the console.
The get method here, it's not doing it. So here's the
Now the get goes through, but it's saying resources not found. Okay, let's go back to the route.
Oh, I removed the slash. I
No,
see.
slash is supposed to be there because it's a path.
Okay. Let me try to debug and see.
I mean, it's supposed to be send file.
So the bug here is, let me show you. Process executed with zero code. Unquote error. Listen address is already in use. So this one is already in use. Oh.
Okay. Has it worked for anyone else? Okay. Well, let me share something in the chat which uses the function instead of the normal function instead of the R function. So Just get that and comment that out and paste that. I've shared something in the chat. Just copy that. That one just uses a normal function, but it's basically the same code. Just one is using a normal function, the other one is using an arrow function.
It's doing the same for me.
Come again?
I think it's bringing the same error on my side.
Okay, run that. What did not happen? Okay, I'll fix that. I'll fix that and we shall look at it. We shall start from there tomorrow. I don't know why errors are appearing on the other end. I'm having the same thing and it's running on my end. I'm going to look at it. So, guys,
just a minute. There's something Otima has posted in the chat. And it has worked for me.
okay, yeah, I intend to look at that tomorrow. You see, there are different ways of serving pages. Okay, there are different ways of serving these different pages. So I did not want to mix them up. So this is what we are going to do. Tomorrow, we are going to look at routing. We are going to look at one specific type of routing. I thought I would share different types, but it seems to be doing less good than, more harm than good. So we are going to pick one. We are going to use dynamic routing. We shall be using React Router, okay, to serve our pages. And then, because there are different methods, send file, and then there's dynamic routing where we use router, okay? So we are going to focus on the dynamic rendering of pages using router. And we are going to cover that tomorrow. Then also, the other thing that I think I would talk about, tomorrow we are going to introduce PAG. PAG is a templating engine that allows us to have dynamic content, okay? So our HTML files like index.html are going to be turned into pug files. They're going to be turned into pug files. And this is specifically, now pages will be something like index.pug. The reason why we are going to use pug is we need something that is dynamic. When we start pulling data from the back end and writing some functions like loops, you can't write loops cannot be, you cannot write loops in HTML directly, okay? And as we write data, you'll find that we shall be looping over data, we shall be writing certain functionality in data. So we are going to introduce pug in order to help us with displaying our data from the back end and writing some other functionality, yeah, for our application. So we are going to introduce pug syntax. You guys can check it out, pug engine. It's pug like pug engine. Let me just share it in the chat. So those who can, you can look at it in advance, but tomorrow we are going to look at pug and how we write pug syntax. Yeah, so let's look at pug tomorrow. We are going to look at routing. We are going to have a small, we have a brief recap on routing and we fix it. And then we shall introduce pug and how we are going to use it in our application. Do we have any questions? Yes, Alan.
Yes, I was saying Tim posted something in the chat, and when I added it to our code, it worked.
Share your screen. Alon, you let him share his screen.
Okay.
This line, he had posted it in the chat, so when I added it, it actually brings the page. Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
So line 30.
Yeah.
Because when I comment it out,
I see what it's doing, but I'll be honest with you, that is a Chiraka.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
It is a
thanks.
patch. It's a patch which may not do exactly what you want, especially when you're scaling your project. It just happens to work this time, but I wouldn't encourage it. It's a patch.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes. Instead,
yes, please.
Like you help me share the link to our class once more, if it's possible.
The link to?
To our class. To your class, actually.
The Google Classroom.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
It's there. Do we have any other questions? Yes, Richard.
Okay, from there I have tried to install another node, but would show me something which I didn't understand. And I said that let me wait until the session ends, then we handle it together.
Well, let's look at it.
Maybe I can share my screen.
Okay, guys, so the class has officially ended. For anyone who wants to drop off, feel free to drop off. And then we shall remain with those who would like to ask questions or have issues.
I can share my screen so far.
Richard, go ahead and share your screen and then you look at the issue that you're having.
Here is my VS Code.
Okay.
And when I try to do npm init,
No, don't type npm there. So there, it's initialized. Yes. It's going to ask you a few questions.
Yes.
Open the terminal again. Do npm init.
Open.
It's going to ask you a few questions that you need to.
Yes.
So if you don't want to answer the questions, type npm init space --y.
npm init. We know, let it first load. I don't know why it's taking a long time. This is what is showing me.
Yeah, so yes, it asks you questions like what name do you want to give to your project? If you just press enter without anything, it will just give it that name in brackets. Okay.
Yes.
So you can press enter.
Then it is version 1.
Just keep pressing enter until the end.
Okay.
Put app.js there. Entry point, put app.js. Then press enter up to the end. Yeah, so your project
from here
that's
okay, thank you. From here I can do something. I can proceed with the recordings and produce something that is you.
Yeah, you can. Okay, guys, I think that is it for today. I'll catch you tomorrow.